Hello there. My name's sometimes Heather and I play Oblivion Remastered. Let's load my game. The Realm of Shagar. I think this is the save I'm looking for. So, last time we left off in Uncle Shale's palace, but I took the liberty to travel a little bit closer to our destination, which is Xedillian. Let's go there. It's a misty day in the Isles. I would like to take a short cut over the mountains, but we can't. Because the mountains are a bit too high to walk over or through. Oh, but we can get up from here, it seems. I like it how when the terrain is difficult to pass through, your character becomes slower. We still have a long way to go, it seems, so put away the weapon to walk a bit faster. Where is the enemy who sees us? Oh, they're behind you, of course. It's a statue of Uncle Shale. I remember that there was an altar in the original Oblivion, but it wasn't this spectacular. I think there are containers to loot here. So let's see. Base ring of agility, treasures, and arrows. Ooh. Fortify speechcraft on self. Let's take it. And also do I have a ring beside the pentamagic loop? No, don't. And we might also want to don the Charity of Madness necklace. That gives a nice boost to damage resist. Magical damage resist, that is. We might need that at Xedillian. There's an enemy somewhere, probably, again, behind me. Oh well. We will slay it if it becomes necessary. There's a village over there. I think there is a quest or two tucked away in there somewhere. We might visit those quests at some point. Oh no, it's a hunger. And also a scary electron. Enemies are numerous around these parts of the Isles, so do bring a reliable weapon. And by reliable, I mean something you're comfortable using. There's nothing worse than trying to figure out an unfamiliar weapon mid-combat. We're almost there. This might have been faster if we had followed the road, but where's the fun in that? Xedillian, almost discovered. Oh, now it has been discovered. I thought I remembered that there's one there, but not this time. Let's enter through the front door and see what happens. I have entered Xedillian. I should now begin locating the focus crystals that link the Resonator of Judgment with the rest of the dungeon. Some people have wondered and pondered where the interior map is in Oblivion, and it is here. If you scroll in with your mouse, you can get there automatically, but when you're playing with the controller, you need to first zoom in and then hit right trigger in order to get to the fully zoomed in version, otherwise known as the interior map. There are quite a few enemies in Xedillian, so tread careful. We also find containers and other sorts of goodies. Ooh, potion of cure disease. Another thing that players seem to be curious or unknowledgeable about is lockpicking. Each tumbler, when you push it, stays up there a different amount of time, and you need to either click again or hit A in order to lock it in place, and you must hit whichever button you're using while the tumbler is in its most upright position. That can be a little bit tricky, but trust me, you will get the hang of it. And once you hit level 10, you can find something that makes life a lot easier. I will tell you all about that once I hit level 10 myself. Crystal staff. Oh, I have discovered the first of the 3 focus crystals. It was affixed to the top of a Grommet shaman's crystal staff. I think they are using the crystals as a power source for these weapons. Now that I have removed it from the staff, I should place the focus crystal in its judgment nexus to continue. Let's do that. I want to collect all of the madness ore that can be found on garments and other sources, but it is rather heavy, so I think I should limit myself, or at least pace myself. Will I? Not. No. No, no. No way. I think there was 3 enemies. I might be mistaken. It has been a while since I last visited the Isles. I think the main reason why I stopped playing Oblivion was that there was no controller support. And I find it that playing with mouse and keyboard kinda sorta put a huge strain on my wrists. So therefore I prefer to use a controller, and I think we need to push this button in order to continue, which will make us fall through the floor right here. We are getting closer to the second focus crystal. There it is. I have discovered the second focus crystal. I should place it in its judgment nexus to continue. Place. I can now continue searching for the final focus crystal. I think there was a little bit of trouble around here and also around the last focus crystal, so saving as often as possible is not a bad idea, I think. Madness Shield Matrix, let's take it. I have found an unusual item called a matrix. It looks like a mold of some kind and seems magical. I should ask around. Someone in the Shivering Isles must know what this is used for. Do we have anything up here? We have a topaz and nothing else. Sneak increased, so there must be an enemy close by. Alright. Wooden door to Xedillian Halls of Judgment. If you're wondering why enemies die so easily, I'm playing on easy. Obivion is a relatively easy game, but when you push the hardness level all the way up, you will eventually run into very frustrating situations, and I personally don't enjoy those. Therefore, easy setting. We have found the third focus crystal. Let's place it. I have placed the third and final focus crystal into its judgment nexus. The path to the resonator of judgment itself is now clear. My next task should be to attune the resonator by using the that thing of judgment that Sheogorath provided me. Attenuator. Why word so difficult? Let's actually save game at this point. Just in case. One more. I want the madness ore, but I'm afraid I am too weak to carry it. You can find madness ore and also amber pretty much everywhere in the game, so you don't need to take every piece you find, but I'm a hoarder. It's difficult to resist. More enemies around the corner. I have forgotten what that sound means. It's probably a follower, so welcome aboard. Pausing like this in the middle of like possible combat to repair your gear isn't very like, how you say, logical, but sometimes you just have to do that. Resonator or Judgment, activate. The Resonator of Judgment has been attuned. I should now make my way back to New Sheath and report my success to Uncle Sheath. Oh wow. I see an inviting portal over there. I also see an urn I haven't looked at. Well, could have just left it alone. Use teleportation pad to Xedillian.
Finally, Lord
Hi.
Sheagorath has sent someone to assist me. But where are my manners? Must get into my professional tone. Welcome to Xedillian. I'm the dungeon caretaker, Killaban Nirendil.
Tell me about this place.
A wonder of engineering, is it not? Xedillian is the ultimate test of mettle for the foolhardy adventurer that dares trespass into the Shivering Isles. What they don't know is that they're being drawn to their doom, courtesy of the Resonator of Judgment.
Interesting. Tell me more.
Ever since that wretched gatekeeper was made, Xedillian became redundant. It fell into disrepair and was eventually all but forgotten. After only a few years passed, the Grummites began moving in. Ghastly things. They mistook the focus crystals for some sort of religious symbols and removed them from their rightful places. This rendered the Resonator inert and Xedillian completely useless. Luckily, you came along and placed Xedillian back into operation.
Enough. How do I get out of here?
Yes, I tend to ramble. You'll have to forgive me. If you have the attenuator, then Sheagorath must have sent you. Xedillian would normally have sent you back to the entrance when you stepped on the pad in the Resonator chamber. Since you're up here, I can only surmise that adventurers are already entering the dungeon as we speak.
What should I do?
The only thing we can do is let the adventurers complete a cycle through here. I'll be glad to help. I assume Sheagorath gave you the manual of Xedillian. You can consult it for more information, or I can provide instructions.
Let's ask for instructions.
As the adventurers make their way through Xedillian's chambers, they will encounter choices that you make in these control platforms. All you need to do is decide what becomes of the adventurers. Will you drive them insane, or will you pull the life from their bodies?
Delightful. How do I make these choices?
Simple. Wait until the adventurers are in position, and then press a button. If they survived, they will proceed to the next chamber, and so on. It's really quite ingenious.
Also, sounds easy enough. That's enough
As you
information.
wish.
Thank you. We
So
can
good
now
to be back in
continue
business.
through the... funness that is about to happen, but I need to check that I haven't moved my microphone into the picture because I couldn't see through it, or past it, or around it. Alright, first chamber, up ahead.
Now keep your weapons ready, and watch your backs. Do what I say, and we might just get out of here alive.
Adventurers.
Oh, ain't it cute?
Can we just leave? I don't like the looks of this place.
A sound should
Odd ruin.
inform us that we are now required to make a choice.
We should just kill this stupid tree and move on.
When these buttons light up, we can
Can we just leave? I don't like
pick
the looks
either
of this
one.
place.
We can choose a giant gnarl or a swarm of gnarls. Let's choose a swarm.
Thing can do.
Is that thing?
Activate.
This is one of the horrid guardians of which the
Oh.
stories spoke.
It wasn't ready yet.
What a joke. Let's be rid of this thing and continue on our way.
This is one of the best
Wait
quests
just a
in
moment.
in
What's
the
that sound?
Isles.
Prepare yourselves for battle.
Oh my, mayhem. Such chaos. Keep an eye on that weapon, by the way. They have succeeded, but not all adventurers made it through. Only to continue. I have unleashed the Norval's farm on the adventurers in Xedillian. Unable to survive their onslaught, Lewin the rogue has been slain. I should make my way to the next observation room and choose how the adventurers will encounter their next obstacle. Let's.
Unleashed the swarm, did we? Nothing like a little bloodlust to start the encounter off right.
So we get to the next chamber through a teleportation pad. Convenient. We will continue here. Adventurers, where are you? There they are. Why aren't you arriving?
Unleashed the swarm, did we?
Need
Nothing
to
like a little
speak with
bloodlust to
Caliban
start
first?
What can I assist you with? The
Chamber.
second chamber of Xedillian is the Chamber of Avarice. The adventurers will have to overcome their feelings of greed as they set their eyes upon the huge piles of treasure locked behind that gate. You may choose to spring a fire trap and cause them great harm as they stand before the gate. Or you can fill the chamber with hundreds of keys and watch them frantically search for the correct one. Always a crowd pleaser.
Fire or keys?
You're doing quite well so far. Keep it up.
Please arrive. Why aren't you arriving? Well. These aren't yet active because the adventurers need to arrive, but the adventurer seems to be stuck. How do we get adventurer to arrive? We can't jump through here. We can't enter this chamber. We can't return, and we can't continue.
Nothing like a little bloodlust to start the encounter all right.
What we can do is try to load a previous save, which is a little bit further away, but I see no other choice. Let's try. Oblivion is a little bit finicky like this. We are back at the Gnarls.
Finally, Lord well, I wonder if any Xedillian what they don't. Yes, Xedillian.
I suppose we can speed through this conversation.
The only thing I assume is the event all you need. As you will. So good to be back in business.
So good to be back in business. Well, we need to watch through the Gnarls again. Oh, we can make a different choice now. Fun. Usually I drink coffee during streams, but today we are drinking water.
Oh, ain't it cute?
That thing may be small, but it looks mean. Let's get out of here.
Let's choose a giant Gnarl this time.
This is one of the horrid guardians of which the stories spoke?
Be careful. There may be more to this creature than meets the eye.
What a joke. Let's be rid of this thing and continue on our way.
Are my eyes playing tricks? Or is the creature growing?
By the gods, when will it stop?
It's a giant Gnarl, everyone. Wow.
Get back here, you cowards. Something's not right.
All this time it was merely an illusion. How clever.
Wait, what's wrong with Lewin?
Makes no sense. Should be dead. Well, what? Who?
I think this place got to him.
Oh no,
Perhaps we
Lewin
should
lost
leave.
it.
No. We'll pick him up on the way out. He must fend for himself.
Poor Lewin.
No way to run. Mad. 3. Must escape.
Now, let's move along and see if the adventurers are again stuck. I hope not.
What can I assist you with?
Instructions,
for?
please.
As you wish.
Actually, tell me about the chamber
The second,
again.
the event you made for. The second chamber, the event you made for. You're doing quite well so far.
Okay.
Keep it up.
Will they now arrive? Now they arrive without the glitch. Wonderful. So, do we choose fire or a rain of keys? I say keys. But now they're stuck behind that corner. Todd. Should we try shooting them? Just in case. Well, that doesn't work. Now this is interesting. We can't yet activate the switches because the adventurers need to advance around here in order to trick the quest to continue, and we can't leave because our way is blocked until we complete the second stage.
What can I assist you with?
Tell me about the
works by
resonator.
drawing adventurers to itself with a sort of magical siren's call. Sheogorath uses the resonator to find the cream of the crop, as he calls them, the best of the worst to populate the Isles. Quite clever, eh?
Quite.
You're doing quite well so far. Keep it up.
That didn't help in bringing the adventurers closer. Gates will not
Watching them
open.
run for the giant now gets me every time.
We cannot continue. These guys refuse to move. What can we do? How about loading and autosave?
Finally, Lord Shepherd, well, what's it with the I assume Sheogorath. As the adventure, all you need. As you would. So good to be back in business.
Now keep your weapons ready.
This is just
Watch your
embarrassing.
backs. Do what I say, and we might just get out of here alive.
Let's go with the giant narrow
We should
again.
just
It was a
kill this
bit
stupid
faster.
tree and move on.
This is one of the horrid guardians of which the stories spoke?
Be careful. There may be more to this creature than meets the eye.
What a joke. Let's be rid of this thing and continue on our way.
Are my eyes playing tricks? Or is the creature growing?
By the gods, when will it stop? It could devour us all.
Run for your lives!
It is
Get back
again
here,
a
you
giant
cowards.
narrow.
Something's not right.
Wow.
All this time it was merely an illusion. How clever.
And
Wait.
again,
What's wrong with Lewin?
Lewin loses it.
It makes no sense. Should be dead. But what? Who?
I think this place got to him. Perhaps we should leave.
No. We'll pick him up on the way out. He must fend for himself.
Huge tree. Going
Let's give them a head start this time.
Watching them run.
I'm going to save at this point.
What can I assist you? The
Tell me
second
about this
chamber
chamber.
of Xedillian is the you're doing quite well so far. Keep it up.
Please don't glitch. Please don't glitch.
Told you. Treasure. Let's have at it, Xedillian.
They advanced! Yay! I wish to choose the keys.
Cage is locked.
Grimok, be careful. This looks too good to be true.
If only Lewin were here, he could get us through this in no time.
We'll have to fend for ourselves. Do you think you can pry the door open?
Forget it. This is obviously a trick. Let's get out of here.
To be so close and yet so far. If only we had the key. Wait, do you hear something? Look, keys. One of them must open the gate. We're rich.
Let's get out of here, Xedillian. This is obviously a trick to waste our time.
I'll know it when I see it. Yes,
Oh,
it must
dear.
be here.
They're all fake. Just come with me now.
Find it.
We have driven
Yes.
another
Must
one
find
to
the key.
madness.
Rich beyond all my dreams.
Choice.
Ha! Suit yourself.
I have caused Xedillian the mage to go insane by pouring hundreds of keys on the ground, which convinced him that one of them opened the gate to the huge treasure pile. All that remains now is the leader of the group, Grommack. I should make my way to the last observation room and choose how this stubborn orc will encounter his final obstacle. Save game. I have learned from my mistakes.
Must find the key. Must find the key. Too bad none of those keys fit the lock.
Another pad. Let's, just in case, speak with Kiriba.
I see Lord Sheer Gorath chose wisely when he selected you to liberate Xedillian. Now, how may I continue to assist you?
Tell me about
The third
the last
chamber of
chamber.
Xedillian is the Chamber of Anathema. Its contents are designed to make sure it's the final encounter. The adventurers will be subject to horrors beyond their imagination. Visions of repugnance, death, and malevolence reside in this room.
Sounds
If you wish to
delightful.
bring ruin to your victims, you may choose to animate some of the corpses and watch as they satiate their hunger. Or we can create the illusion of the adventurer dying and his spirit rising from his corpse. Good fun to be had for all. Then, just as suddenly as we kill him, we revive the adventurer. There are few minds that can stand this type of torture. You're doing quite well so far. Keep it up.
Which should we choose?
Steady, Grommack. Steady. You've been through worse before. What more could this place possibly throw at you?
Raise the dead or
Only
ghost
you
illusion?
left. Fine.
I say ghost
Sure.
illusion.
What? How in Oblivion can I be dead? This is impossible. Nothing killed me. I didn't even get a chance to fight. No chance to defend myself. No chance for battle. Why? Impossible. This is impossible. Grommack has never lost a fight. Never!
Welcome back, Grommack. By making Grommack think that he actually died and became a ghost, I have driven him insane. Now that all the adventurers have been dealt with, I should speak to Kelvin. Let's save him, just in case.
impossible. This is impossible.
You've made short work of the intruders. Sheogorath should be proud to have such an efficient apprentice. Now, if you'll step on the last teleporter pad, I will meet you in the reception chamber so we can recover your earnings. Not to worry. We'll have your spoils too in no time at all.
Spoils? We get presents? I'll like presents.
As is the tradition, you are to be awarded a focus crystal as a token of your fine work. I'll have it sent to the palace and placed in the main hall, if you wish to take a look at it.
Thank you. You spoke of earnings?
Oh, yes, of course. It seems a most unusual weapon was recovered from the orc warrior, Gromok. Never seen anything like it, but perhaps his journal can give you some useful information. Beyond that, take whatever else you need from the recovery chest. You've earned it. You're free to go at any time, of course. Just up that hallway. Good luck to you.
Thank you. So we can take whatever we want. We shall take all the treasures and gold. Talisman of abatement. But where's the weapon?
I hope you're pleased with your earnings.
I am not. Is there another chest here? Confusion is great with this one.
I hope you're pleased with your earnings.
Before exiting Xedillian, I was attacked by 3 unusual beings in equally strange armor. I should ask Caliban if he knows anything about them. Knight of Order. I have forgotten what Hearts of Order do, but trust me, there will be more of those. But no, seriously, where is the weapon in the journal?
That was quite a battle. I hope you are uninjured.
What were those beings?
You've not heard the legends? How could that be? Those beings, as you call them, aren't beings at all. They are the soulless abominations known as the Knights of Order. Their attraction to the Resonator isn't surprising. It was built from one of the obelisks that dot the isles they seem to have an affinity for. You must proceed to Sheogorath at once and tell him the Knights have returned. Quickly now, go!
We must go. Was it actually the weapon added to my inventory automatically? Yes, it was. Duskfang. We can actually examine this later, because now the game has done what Oblivion does best. Instilled a sense of rush. Quickly to Uncle Sheo. My mind was totally in Elder Scrolls Online. I was wondering where the closest way shrine is. We can just fast travel like this. We must quickly make our way to the palace and speak with
Speak, citizen.
Uncle Xedillian.
How may I serve?
Curious about their greetings. Uncle Sheo, I have news to share.
Always a pleasure.
Well now, what news do you have to report?
I was attacked by knights.
So soon? Not a surprise, I suppose. We'll get to that later. No need to burden your little brain with it now. And Xedillian, since you're standing here, I assume you've succeeded. Or you're terribly confused, or really lacking in good judgment.
Xedillian functions once more.
Wonderful! Time for a celebration! Cheese for everyone! Wait, scratch that. Cheese for no one. That could be just as much of a celebration if you don't like cheese, true? You've run a maze like a good little rat. But no cheese for you yet. Oh, well, maybe a little. I've granted you a new spell. The ability to summon Haskill, my chamberlain, to aid you in your travels. He knows a lot. More than he knows. In fact, give it a try. Summon our friend to you now. I'll wait.
Okie dokie. The cheese for everyone line is my absolute favorite of the things that Uncle Shane says. How does one operate like this? Summon Haskill. Place there. Place that there. Okay. Oops. Summon Haskill.
Our Lord has granted you the power to summon me. How wonderful for me. When summoned, I can offer advice on your current endeavor. I imagine it's up to you what to do with my wisdom. Do try to use your power sparingly. I have duties to which I must attend. Rather more important than shepherding you around, I'm sure.
Well, look who's here. You! How about that? Isn't that a hoot? I love it myself. Best part of being a Daedric prince, really. Go ahead. Try it again. He loves it.
Let's try it again.
Ah, summoned again. My lord does so enjoy that, as is his prerogative. I'll assume you're done for now.
Oh. Truly? Yeah. Oh, Haskill has been summoned too recently. There he is again.
Yes, you've gotten rather proficient with your new ability. As I said, try not to abuse your power.
But it's so much fun. Oh, look, by the way, there is the replica gatekeeper head. Activating it does nothing, actually. And here we find the focus crystal that Caliban mentioned. And here's Haskill.
Have we not covered this? I believe you've mastered your new skill.
Should we return to Uncle Shale now? Once more, quick measure.
I was right there. You could have just walked over to me.
That's so much fun. Never gets old.
Well, look who's here. You! How about that? Good, good. You'll need all the help you can get if you're going to defeat Jiggalag and stop the Grey March. Oh, don't expect to summon dear Haskill anywhere but in the realm. He dislikes leaving my presence. I get that sometimes.
Jigak? Who is
The
that?
Daedric Prince of Order. Or biscuits. No, order. Yeah. And not in a good way. Bleak, colorless, dead, boring! And not a fan of my work, I can tell you. Hates it, hates me. A bit single-minded, if you take my meaning. You've seen his knights? Not the warm and cuddly sort. Not a bit of original thought in their lifeless husks. So, you're going to help me stop him.
Me? How?
Again with the niggling little details. Hold your tongue, or I will. We'll get to that, all in due time. For now, you've got other work to do.
Other work to do. What is the Grey March?
An event. A movement. An apocalypse of sorts. Happens every era, at the end of every era. Which is to say, now. The Grey March comes and Jiggalag walks. Or runs. Never skips, sidles, or struts. Mostly he just destroys everything around him.
What would you ask of me now?
Ask? Ask? I don't ask! I tell! This is my realm, remember? My creation, my place, my rules! Look at you! No concept of what you've stumbled into. No sense of place. You don't even really know where you are, do you? I suppose few really do, but that's beside the point. We're going to give you a taste of where you found yourself. You're going to learn.
I will learn. Learn? Learn what?
2 halves, 2 rulers, 2 places. Meet and greet. Do what they will, so you know what they're about. The Duke of Mania and the Duchess of Dementia. Seek them out and let them show you what New Sheoth is. You might be surprised. Once you understand what my realm is, you might understand why it's important to keep it intact. And maybe you'll make some friends along the way. That's always nice.
What is a cell?
A Duchess of Dementia. Ever wary, ever worried. A prisoner in her own house, in a way. And a delightful conversationist, really. A bit harder to meet than Theoden. Consider making an appointment.
Alrighty. Then what is
The
Theoden?
long-reigning Duke of Mania. A master of merriment, if you will. Or if you won't. I suspect it wouldn't matter to him. Ta! Come visit again, or I'll pluck out your eyes!
So, now we are to travel to each side of Uncle Shale's court to meet each ruler, Theoden and Sel. But I do believe we will continue from here next time. For now, I do believe the time has come to say goodbye. For now, I will return on Thursday to play Elder Scrolls Online and on Wednesday to play Oblivion. Yes, both at 2 p.m. Thank you so much for watching and see you all later. Ta.